Dzień dobry, everyone.
Dzień dobry, I'm Max from Canada.
Suji from Thailand.
And I want to thank the reaction by D, because thanks to him we found this amazing folk music band that I wanted to react to. And I think that Suji's gonna like it because I think that she can relate to it. So this song is several hundred years old. In the old days, girls were married based on family interest, not love. It was like that in village, city, and royal court. And the old male in the song is probably 40 years old. It was like that all over Europe and probably in the US in the 19th century. In the past, family had the final word when it comes to marriage of their children, especially daughter. If they wanted daughter to marry an old man, then it would happen regardless of their opinion. You know, money always has a big influence on human decision, and so did the family connection. Additionally, marrying without one parent blessing and consent was seen as a big no-no back then. So you can relate to that?
Just some really deep in the rural place.
In rural countryside, it's still like this a little bit, but not like So their official YouTube channel is Rocky Zanka here, but I found a link with the subtitle. That's when I wanted to react to the subtitle link. So go subscribe to their channel, Rocky Zanka. You want to do it?
Rocky Sanga.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's get started. Oh!
Z tamtej strony jeziora stoi lipka zielona, a na tej lipce, na tej zielonieńkiej, trzy ptaszkowie śpiewają. A na tej lipce, na tej zielonieńkiej, trzy ptaszkowie śpiewają.
I love this song.
Yeah.
Because it's so like, it makes you smile, and those folk songs always have like an historical element where you can like imagine the linden tree. I think that linden tree is that puffy tree, right? That cute puffy tree, and then beautiful, and the three birdies are singing. And maybe the three birdies like three men or something that want the same woman or something.
No, I mean, sometimes, not gonna understand the lyric, even like it's in your language. Like, you're gonna need to like translate your language to like another language or to your language, like to try to understand the word too.
Yeah.
Nie byli to ptaszkowie,
I see.
tylko trzej braciszkowie, co się spierali o jedną dziewczynę, który ci ją dostanie. Co się spierali o jedną dziewczynę, który ci ją dostanie.
But if we follow the story, if one of the brothers is richer, is gonna get it.
Yeah,
If not, they're gonna give it to someone older guy. That's what they're saying, right?
true. Poor them. Yeah, and usually it's bad, right? When you cannot make a decision back then. Like everything always depend on the elder.
Well, the interesting thing is that some countries that have arranged marriage, the divorce rate is very low. Some people can say that you cannot divorce, but
Well, when the parent or your family are in the marriage and anything, of course the divorce will be really low because you have to care about the face of your family, thing like that.
yeah.
That's why it's so difficult for you to make a decision.
Jeden mówi tyś moja, drugi mówi Lakuta, a trzeci mówi moja najmilejsza, czemu żeś mi tak smutna? A trzeci mówi moja najmilejsza, czemu żeś mi tak smutna? Jakże nie mam smutna być, za starego każą iść. Czasu niewiele, jeszcze 2 niedziele, mogę miło z tobą być.
That means she like one of the guy?
Yeah, one of the brother, but she cannot be with neither of them. They are more is her age, but then she's gonna need to marry the old guy, and she has no choice.
Yeah, because they are rich and can support the family.
Yeah, it's hard to judge her family because the context back then.
Yeah.
It's like poverty, but like to the extreme where you have no hope for your future at the same time. I think it's a little bit tricky, right?
Czasu niewiele, jeszcze 2 niedziele, mogę miło z tobą być. Stoi lipka zielona, a na tej lipce, na tej zielonieńkiej, czy ptaszkowie śpiewają. A na tej lipce, na tej zielonieńkiej, czy ptaszkowie śpiewają.
Nice.
There's a lot of family that the kid did not listen to the parent, and then she just like go with the guy, and then in the end of the day she could not take care of herself, and the guy just break her heart. Then she had to go back to the family. That like a very bad decision for her. That why sometimes the parent, they're really careful about that, like the daughter. That why like they have to make sure the daughter gonna have the base thing for their life, thing like that. It's difficult.
But they make it believe in the story or the way you explain it that girl cannot have money. Like it was only the
Actually,
guy that had the money that
yeah.
girl could be rich.
Yeah, think like that, but maybe in the story the girl also rich too, and then the three boys are like poor. That why the family don't want her to marry the poor boy, but just go with the old man because
Okay.
the old man rich, like they have the same status. Or
Okay, because I thought
I mean,
it
it
had
could
to
be
be
everything.
that, well, one family wanted to get out of poverty and to use their daughter for arranged marriage with a rich guy, but the girl had no money, the family had no money, and in all the case, the reason why this work is that women have no money. Like historically, right?
Yeah.
The difference salary between men and women, it started to get better, but it was very bad historically, because historically the women stay home to take care of the children.
Yeah.
So is it the same in Thailand where like it was pretty much all the women in the country that were poor, or
No.
no?
Yeah, sometimes it's just like rich marry each other, thing like that. If the rich marry a girl, then in the end of the day, sometimes he just like have a new mistress, thing like that, and then the girl gonna be like a slave in his house. There are good and bad thing, depend on if you are lucky. And like I have seen a lot of people, they did not like each other at the beginning, and then it's just like the family met like an arrangement. But then they can stay together until the end of their life. Back in like really like over 50 years ago, like in the north, you don't need money at all. You just need like a head of a pig, thing like that.
The head of a pig.
A head of a pig, or some people, if you have a lot of buffalo or cow, you just use that animal for the dowry. It doesn't need to be a money. Yeah, I mean you can use like everything, but to be honest, it has to be a guy because, like you said, like guy have to be the leader of the family, so they have to make sure that a guy can take care of the family. But usually, when you get married, right, they're gonna have two family, right? A guy family and girl family. Usually, guy will marry into girl family. It really depends, but
What do you mean the guy will marry into the girl family?
like a guy will usually live with girl.
Or live with the
Girl,
girl?
yeah, the girl
that-
parent.
Oh yeah.
But it also depends on how many children you have. Yeah, if you are an elder, like the guy elder, the girl probably have to marry into the elder brother, thing like that.
Oh, okay. Well, that was interesting. Maybe we can react to more video like this, so Suji can share some story. She has a lot of story that we could share with you one day. Thank you for watching, and see you very soon.